Good morning, everyone. I recently did a self-discipline challenge for 30, maybe 40 days, and although I will make videos specifically about what the challenge was and what it was like, in this video I wanted to tell you some of the insights that I got from doing 30 days straight of a self-discipline challenge. So without further ado, here are 3 things that I've learned from 30 days of self-discipline. The first thing that I learned is that almost everything that we want when we're practicing self-discipline is an immediate want. It's not something that we'll actually want in the long term. A big part of this was that you had to follow an eating regimen. It wasn't determined by the challenge, but you had to come up with one and you had to follow it. There were no cheat meals, no alcohol, whatever. When I started, I wrote down a list of all the things that I wanted to eat. Brownies, chocolate chip cookies, there was protein bars, especially chips and guac, right? But I found that as I went further into the challenge and I looked back on that list, I wasn't nearly as interested in those things as I was when I first wrote them down. When I actually stopped doing the challenge after 30 days, I had chips and guac and I was really excited about it. And I actually found that it was pretty disappointing. So the majority of things aren't things that we actually crave after that first time. Like, they might seem really good at first and make us want to cheat, but the reality of it is we don't actually want them even just a week later or a month later. The second thing that I learned is that doing a self-discipline challenge is a lot less about the results that you get. Like, yes, I have a really cool before-after picture, right? And I'm really happy with the results that I saw in my body. But more specifically, I think a self-discipline challenge is about the headspace that you get into after 30 days of not allowing any self-destructive behavior. The most important part of a self-discipline challenge is not just about can you do it, do you have the self-discipline, and no cheating. It's about having the challenge force you for 30 days to be in the headspace of not doing self-destructive things like binging on unhealthy foods or getting bad sleep or not exercising. Yes, you're forcing yourself to do healthy things, but you're also preventing yourself from doing unhealthy things that slow you down, take you a couple steps back, hurt you, make you feel worse about yourself. And that's probably the most beneficial part. You build a certain momentum when you do a self-discipline challenge. There's a positive momentum and a negative momentum. So when you do things that build you up, that support you, that keep you healthy for 30 days, you kind of build this momentum where it's easier to work out, it's easier to keep making videos, it's easier to keep being creative. And when you do things like binging on food, that's a big one for me, or not getting enough sleep, or going on social media too much, those things will set you back. And it's not that they just set you back right now or for the next hour. It's like they contribute to a momentum going in one of 2 directions. Doing a healthy thing contributes to a good momentum that helps you move forward, and doing unhealthy things contributes to a bad momentum that will slow you down and move you backwards. And it's also important to consider that when you do things good or bad, you're not just going to feel the results right now. Like, yes, maybe it'll feel a little good right now if you're lucky, or you'll be able to tell if it's the wrong thing because it feels bad right now. But the majority of the time, I found that when I did things that were good for me or things that were bad for me, it would take a week, 2 weeks, or even in the case of like food, it would take a couple days to know what was bad for me, or 2 weeks to know what was good for me. Know that this momentum is not right now, it's not tomorrow, it's not even this week most of the time. It's gonna take a while before it really catches on. And so you have to trust it. So thanks for listening in. This all specifically came about because of a challenge called 75 Hard, which I'm going to be making videos about. And once I've made those videos, I'll be sure to attach them here at the end of the video so that you guys can go check those out as well. But otherwise, I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video.